Welcome to Indonesia's jungles, the moist, tropical rainforests of Southeast Asia. In common use, jungle describes dense, tangled growth near the edges and floor. Rainforest is the biome itself, layered canopies with year-round rainfall and heat. Indonesia is an equatorial archipelago of over 17,000 islands. Major rainforests occur on Borneo, locally called Kalimantan, on Sumatra and across Papua. Sulawesi holds distinctive forests shaped by its island geology with remnants on Java, and a mosaic of island habitats across Wallacea. Here lie some of the oldest and most extensive tropical forests in Asia. Indonesia holds the world's third-largest area of tropical rainforest. These forests store vast carbon, regulating climate. They moderate water, capturing rain, feeding rivers, and reducing floods. Biodiversity is extreme, from canopy hornbills to hidden insects. People have shaped these landscapes for millennia. Early Austronesian settlements practiced shifting cultivation and river transport. Centuries of spice and maritime trade linked forests to global markets. In the 19th and 20th centuries, colonial logging and plantations expanded across lowlands. After independence, development accelerated. National parks and research programs later marked conservation milestones. Today, we begin our tour. The engine that drives the Indonesian rainforest is its climate. Located on the equator, days are warm year-round, about 24 to 28 degrees Celsius, with air that stays very humid. Instead of hot and cold seasons, shifting monsoon winds bring wetter and less wet periods. Many areas receive 2,000 to 4,000 millimeters of rain each year. Mountains catch even more as moist air rises, cools, and condenses into mist and clouds. Daily showers and afternoon thunderstorms are common, keeping soils and leaves wet. From year to year, El Niño can bring drought and raise fire risk, while La Niña often brings heavier rains and floods. This steady warmth and moisture power rapid growth, building a forest in 4 layers. Each layer has its own light, temperature, and moisture conditions, its own microclimate. Together they form habitats and pathways for pollinators and seed dispersers. At the bottom is the forest floor, the darkest layer, where only a tiny fraction of light arrives. Leaf litter, fungi, and insects recycle nutrients, fueling the trees above. Decomposition is rapid in the heat and humidity, returning minerals to the soil for new growth. Above lies the understory, with saplings and shade plants waiting for a gap in the canopy. Frogs, lizards, insects, and small mammals move between the floor and lower branches. Above, the canopy forms a dense ceiling, with emergent crowns rising higher, rich zones for fruit, flowers, and pollinators. The Indonesian rainforest is a botanical marvel, ancient, lush, and endlessly varied. Dominating the canopy are dipterocarps, towering trees that shape the skyline from Borneo to Sumatra. Their winged seeds spin like tiny helicopters, drifting to the forest floor to start anew. Strangler figs anchor trunks and crowns, producing figs across the year, keystone food for wildlife. On the forest floor, giants bloom, Refulgia and the towering Titan arum, brief, spectacular, and rare. High above, orchids, ferns, and mosses thrive as epiphytes, drawing moisture from air and rain. In peat swamp forests, buttressed trees stand over waterlogged soils, adapted to low oxygen and high acidity. Among the canopy's great apes, orangutans, found only on Borneo and Sumatra, build fresh nests each night. Gibbons brachiate hand over hand and sing across valleys, declaring family territories at dawn. Hornbills wing past with fruit in their beaks, vital seed dispersers linking trees across the forest. In Papua's high forests, birds of paradise display brilliant plumes and precise dances. On Sumatra's shadowed understory, the critically endangered Sumatran tiger moves with silent power. Asian elephants of Sumatra follow traditional trails, opening paths other species use. The elusive Sumatran rhinoceros browses in dense thickets, now exceedingly rare. Sun bears climb for honey and fruit, leaving claw marks on smooth trunks. Gliding lizards and flying frogs use skin membranes to sail between branches. Insects abound, pollinating flowers, recycling fallen leaves, and feeding countless birds, bats, and reptiles. Many species here are endemic and their lives are intertwined. Trees shelter and feed animals. Animals disperse seeds and pollinate blooms, relationships that sustain the forest itself. The rainforests of Indonesia, though remarkably resilient, have long been shaped by people. For millennia, indigenous communities have stewarded these lands through customary law, harvesting with restraint and deep ecological knowledge. As global trade expanded, timber extraction intensified. Archival-style scenes show logging camps and great rafts of cut logs floating down wide rivers toward coastal ports. Plantation development followed. Rubber, then oil palm and fast-growing pulpwood took root beside remaining forest, reshaping local economies and landscapes. Today, new roads, mining sites, and expanding farms drive most forest loss. Roads open access, and once continuous forest becomes a patchwork of edges. Large-scale oil palm and pulpwood plantations replace complex habitat with uniform rows. Such monocultures reduce shelter and food for many forest species. On drained peatlands, drought years can bring severe fires. These smoldering blazes release vast carbon stores and send smoke across towns and forests alike. Fragmentation forces wildlife into smaller, isolated patches, making movement, feeding, and finding mates harder. Canopy bridges can reconnect safe pathways above roads. People feel the impacts too. Forest loss can disrupt water cycles, amplifying floods and droughts, and fire haze harms health and livelihoods. Yet solutions are working. Protected areas and better management safeguard intact habitats, with ranger patrols, monitoring, and community partnerships on the ground. Connecting landscapes through wildlife corridors helps animals move, feed, and breed, keeping populations healthy over time. Restoration is accelerating. Nurseries grow native trees, communities replant degraded sites, and peatlands are re-wetted to raise water tables and prevent fires. Certification, transparency, community forestry, and science-based planning guide more sustainable production. With informed choices and local leadership, forests can recover. Sunlight returns to the canopy, and wildlife thrives.